Now, political bombs lobbed by an Arizona congressman who is running for governor.
Republican Andy Biggs comparing Democrats in D.C. to domestic terrorists. Our political editor Dennis Welch is here now. Tensions are escalating.
Yeah, we've heard a lot of heated rhetoric, and this may seem like a pretty harsh insult in today's standards, but this also carries an actual legal definition that applies to people who like to blow up buildings and not budgets.
The Oklahoma City bomber, the Unabomber. And now Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs said you can add the Democrats in Washington to that list.
I don't think you should be negotiating with these people because they're political terrorists just like they are domestic terrorists.
That's Andy Biggs, the Republican congressman from Arizona and now candidate for governor, comparing his political opponents to criminals who kill people. This is the same politician who might have to work with the Democrats he just branded as enemies. That includes Senators Mark Kelly and Ruben Gallego, and Representatives Greg Stanton, Yasmin Ansari, and Congresswoman-elect Adelita Grijalva, all Democrats who represent the state Biggs wants to lead.
Characterizing a party like that is well beyond the pale of what is common sense and decency.
Chuck Coughlin is a former Republican consultant who's seen it all. But even for him, this is over the top. He says this is the kind of talk that turns the average voter off.
People are just exhausted. They're not joining either party anymore. They're joining the Republican Party more than the Democratic Party, but the vast number of people, if they register, are registering as independents because they're tuning out. They're like, I don't want to hear this anymore.
When we followed up with the Biggs campaign, they told us the comments were directed at the Democrats he blames for keeping the government closed. The name-calling is pretty standard in politics today, but the term domestic terrorist isn't just another political insult. It's a legal term for someone who uses violence to influence the government or the public, according to federal law.
And we did get statements from both of Arizona's Democratic senators who criticized Biggs' comments. Senator Kelly's office told us this isn't the kind of talk that actually brings people together, while Gallego's office said Biggs likes to talk a lot about problems but doesn't seem to solve any of them. Back over to you guys.
Gosh, you know, when Charlie Kirk was shot and killed, there was a lot of talk about toning down the rhetoric, but that didn't even last through his memorial.
No, and the shutdown is really seen a ramping up of that kind of talk. It's both sides are really battling right now to blame the other for the shutdown. I'm kind of curious as to, what the voters are thinking, who they actually blame for the shutdown, or if they just don't care anymore and just want the government to be back up and running.
And everyday families are like, how dare you shut down the government and you're still getting a paycheck? A lot of people are ticked off about that.
Yeah, and there are certain people, I think you're referring to Senator Gallego, who said he's still getting a paycheck. Some of the other lawmakers are deferring and holding off on taking pay until the government is back open. That's one thing. I mean, I think at this point, a lot of voters who are affected by this are kind of done with some of the political theatrics of this. And like, let's get this done, let's get back to work and move forward on this. But the political problem I see right now is I don't see an off-ramp for this. I don't see any solution here in the near future. At the end of the month, the beginning of November, there could be another deadline because we're going to start seeing SNAP benefits go away, the food stamp program that feeds millions of Americans and hundreds of thousands of people here in Arizona.
Yeah, and every day our TSA officers and 750,000 employees are working and not getting paid for it. All right, Dennis, thank you.